Hi and welcome back to part 2
Welcome to part 2, gaming part 2.
of trading the South African Zar. So firstly, I'm Curtis Barties and welcome back to the Capital Bros YouTube channel. So if you didn't watch the first part of this, make sure to watch that so it will more or less get you up to date of the series. So I'm basically just trading the Zar, seeing how much profit or loss I can make. Obviously profit, but yeah. So if you're new to the channel, I'm Curtis Barties, one of 3 people on the channel, which is Jody Dayan, and we basically on this channel we basically just follow our journey, trying to gain some capital and getting better individuals and trying to learn as much as we can to any topic. It's basically just our individual courses of direction. So this channel brings everything together. In the previous video we obviously had a dub. The dub was $120 in the first one, so like I said, you can watch that if you want to. And for today we're gonna trade again, so hopefully we'll see obviously how the charts look and how if it's gonna be a buy or sell. So with that said, make sure to like and subscribe and let's get into it. So the first one, obviously here, if you didn't see in the first part, I just briefly go over it. It was a short. As you can see here, it was on the 4 hours. So for today, I don't think I'm gonna do it on the 4 hours. Like that last trade almost took 4 or 5 days to close, so I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna do the trade on the 1 to 5 minutes a day. Obviously there's a risk with trading, and make sure to follow your strategy. So for the day, this is obviously a demo account and I'm testing out a lot of different strategies, but I'll more look for certain points with regards to my strategy. So 1 to 5 minutes if you a day trader, obviously these are the charts you're going to be looking at. But if you're more of a swing trader, 4 hour, we've been over this on the SMC series. If you're not, let me quick plug for that. If you haven't been over the SMC series, make sure to do that right there, how to become a Forex trader using SMC. So obviously there's a lot of strategies out there, and make sure whatever feel comfortable, don't overcrowd yourself with a lot of strategies. Pick one and stick to that one. So let's just look at the chart. So I'm obviously gonna start at the 4 just to get the overall feel of the ZAR. So the elections happened in South Africa, if you haven't kept up with the South African news. So South Africa is basically going to become a coalition government, basically, as the ANC didn't get the majority of the vote. As you can see, it's 40%, they got 21% and MK got 14%, which is, if you don't know, from South Africa's Jacob Zuma's party, the ex-president. But yeah, more or less just sidetrack there. On the 4 we can see the loss we pointed out a supply zone in the previous video. As we can see, it bounced off this on the 4 hour, which if you used SMC, that was a perfect short right there. But yeah, so let's just take away the SMC for the time being. As we can see, it's on an uptrend, which is for the past 2 candles. So it could potentially hit that, but that's obviously we're gonna look for certain stuff in the 1 minute to the 5 minute. So just wanted to see, obviously it hit that. This candle is probably still an uptrend. It might still hit because on the overall it's on an uptrend on the 4 hours. We can see this is a normal retracement for it to bounce off this, so it could go back up. So let's just see the 1 hour quickly. Still on an uptrend in the 1 hour, as we can see right there. 15 minutes. 15 minutes is still giving me uptrend vibes. 5 minutes still uptrend, and 1 minute still an uptrend. So for the time being, all the indicators, as you can see, the volatility on this is not a lot. We have a weird pattern movement, as you can see with the ZAR. Like I said, we don't trade the ZAR because of this reason, and the time is like in the morning. To become a profitable trader, obviously you're gonna have to stick to a certain type of strategy. Like for example, like I mentioned in the previous video, where we look for a specific trade, we look for point of interest, we look for a clear buyer control or seller control, and look for clear, basically the EMA and other confluence to influence your decision. So that makes a strong trading plan. And obviously this is not like me all over the place. This is going to be more of experimenting with the ZAR. So the ZAR shouldn't be a trading pair. Use this as a reference and more of a like entertainment purposes. Yeah, so there could be losses, there could be a lot of dubs. We could take this count to double, we could probably lose the whole 5k, but that's obviously just, like I said, experimental purposes, and use this more as a reference. So I think I will be taking a buy on the ZAR. So I believe that the ZAR will get weaker against the USD, since all indicators point to the thing and potentially probably getting out just at this point here. So let's just look at the EMA as another one. So I'm not following that first one, as we can see there, clear high highs, high lows. So I think I will be taking a buy on this for today, guys. So let's get it. As you can see, let's just get the ZAR again. So for risk management, I just want to go over a little bit of risk management, as I always want to give feedback in the video, a little bit of knowledge. So why do we use risk management? So risk management is obviously there for you not to make dumb choices, firstly. So if you have $100 and you, for example, use 50%, your risk tolerance is 50%, you basically have 2 trades before your whole account is blown. But if you use a smaller risk tolerance, for example, of 1 to 3%, you literally have 100 trades. And the chances of you getting 100 trades wrong it's just, if you get 100 trades wrong, something is, then I think you should take a back seat for a little. Feel like we mentioned in the SMC, your win rate needs to be at least, depending on the 1 to 2, 1 to 3, needs to be 40%, or if you're going to 1 to 2, at least 50% win rate on the type of strategy. So risk tolerance is obviously important. And for new people, we don't even recommend, like I would say more or less use, like we said, 1 to 3% for you. But if you want to obviously scale up an account faster, a higher risk tolerance, but that's less trades, and obviously keeping it in that range. But the SMC book we went over is obviously a core, but I just wanted to also show a little bit more on that, like with regards to risk tolerance, which I did do in the previous video. And I'll go over the end of this video. Make sure to stick to the end, like more of documenting, which is a core part for you guys to do. If you're going to do any trade, I'll just show you how I documented a previous trade I took. So yeah, so like I said, there is the risk tolerance, the calculation. Take a screenshot of this, RT, stop loss, losses per pip, which will give you more or less the what do you call it, your lot size you should use. But for today's risk tolerance, or the amount I'm about to risk, is basically the profit I made in the last video. The profit I made in the last video was $121, so I'll be risking $100 for today's trade, and we will see now, based off the pip, how much pips we are willing to risk. So I'm taking a buy on this. I'll take the buy depending on this. So we can see there, that's 5 pips. That's literally 5. See, 500 points is 5 pips, because the point difference on Zar is a little bit different. So I'll take it right here, just to lower the EMA, because also not another tip, but another thing to remember, like structure on the 1 minute doesn't hold structure on the 4 hour. So as you can see, it's an uptrend now. Structure is likely more to break on the lower time frames than it is on the high time frame, because high time frame hold more value. So yeah, on that. So let's just go back to the 1 minute. I'll be taking a buy on this. So lot size, let's just put it here, and then let's take it to the top. Let's make it a 1 to 8. So I'll obviously maybe adjust it once we get there, but I think I'll make it a 1 to. Let's make it a 1 to 8. And now we just need to calculate our risk tolerance, which will give us the position sharp. So you can see there is about 40 pips. No, it's 4 pips because it's points. So we say 100 divided by 4, so it's 25. So I think we need to use a of 2. So you just go back to the, let's use 1, 2. Take profit, let's put it around here to $100. So it's $70 to $100. So more or less we will keep it like that. We are, as you can see, it's moving up just because of the lot size. Obviously if you use node 1, which I think a lot of beginners should, if you're going to be trading with a small amount, but obviously as you have more money, your lot size and the units you use are going to be a little bit higher. So I think this trade most likely would close today. If it's on the 1 to 5 minute, it could take a little bit, maybe 5 to 10, it could be take an hour, but it won't take 4 days since it's not on the 4 hours. Obviously 4 hour tend to take a little bit longer. 1 minute should happen in the next few minutes. But we based it off the reasons for placing this trade was let the trade forward. I wanted to, as we can see, there's a clear high, making high lows, which is uptrend. All the for example time frame we looked at was pointing towards uptrend, which could reach here on top, which could be a demand supply zone as we saw here. So that's why we're taking the trade right here up, because it's already tested it here once. So we could like literally adjust it up, but I'll stick it for the time being just here, which should be around that level right there, which is more or less the phone and the obviously method trading view doesn't match up. But yeah, we'll see in the next few minutes of our trades, which is basically more or less the same, because you'll never have it exactly the same, because you did your analysis, and then when you get to MT5, it's been a minute, it's been 30 seconds or so. So more or less it's just the idea, and make sure that you're risking your amount you're comfortable with. And yeah, and that's just me just going on and blambling, you know. But yeah, that's more or less the trade. Just a quick update. My dumbass forgot to record the phone, but I was basically speaking on the side, so I didn't show. I basically was looking at the thing, but then I wasn't looking at the phone to make sure it was recording. So I just wanted to go over it again. Oh, as we speak, we are going up. As you can see, okay, those are basically going up, but I just wanted to show you guys from the point of the side. So here's the phone, which we did basically just set it like a few minutes ago. We just set it on it, but I wanted to show it from the phone's perspective. As we can see there, we adjusted now the TP. I'll basically just do it again, just for you guys to see, because I didn't do it. So I'm gonna adjust it. We moved it a little bit down here, which is more or less the same. So it's gonna be 68487, and our TP would be around here, which is 1882. 117.45. Is it recording this time? It indeed is. Okay, so there we go. As you can see there. So now we just wait. Now we can wait. Okay, to add a little bit of a retracement on the side. So we will see. Now we got it on screen, guys. Sorry for that. So it is. And now we can wait. So another 10 minutes or 20 minutes, and I'll be back. And we are back, guys. So the trade was not successful, and I would like to point with regards to that, saying that if you watch the previous video and you watch like up until this point, if you can spot out a few mistakes from this, then obviously we're learning as traders. But I already can spot out, like from person, like I said, I'm not following the first rule I made. I'm not following my strategy. And the second rule or mistake I made is, this is a Zar. I'm trading the Zar. But okay, I was basically, obviously I was working a little bit, and I was drawing something special for my brother and sister, for like basically just drawing the whole time, which is Luffy for the anime fans. So I was doing this, and the trade closed out. As we can see, here's the trade. So the trade went opposite. As we can, this is where we left off. This is played across, I think, 2 hours. So the trade was open for 2 hours. So evens on the 1 minute with the volatility. Obviously the trade took a while to close out, so we went up. This is the point we were, and then it came this point. So obviously, like I said, structure on the 1 minute isn't as strong as the structure on the 4 hour. So that's already a mistake, and I didn't really follow a plan with regards to this trade. So that's already, so going in the market, you will get burned if you do stuff like this, if you don't have a trading plan. So I hope that this video you're watching this pointed that out for you. So going blindly into a trade, obviously you will get burned, as we saw here. So this is obviously for demonstration purposes, as we are down and we basically lost $70 on the trade. So let's just go to meta trade. As you can see, here is the trade. So we lost $75, which was, we're still in the profit compared to the first one, but like I wanted to emphasize going blindly into a trade. So it obviously could have been, so basically it could have gone up, as we see that it tested to the top, but it didn't. But then, like I said, going blind and not following a strategy was my number one mistake, not doing this. So I also want to just, with another tip before we end off the video, I just want to show you guys, like with regards to documenting a losing trade or even a winning trade, like something I usually do. So once your trade is closed and you're about to end off, you should basically document always your trades. So I just want to show you how I document my trade from this point on. So here's a strategy, or like a method of me document. So trades taken, the pair, always reference the pair, open, trade close, time frame, which is the one like we did it on one, strategy, obviously your strategy. Trade was open for 6 days, and the rest of the reward is 1 to 5, and trade was a win. So this is just me, and then I made notes. The trade was based on a pullback strategy where I look for 4 hours factor. So documenting all your losing trade. Also just wanted to end off that I will not be posting for the month of June. Jody and Diane will be taking it from here, so show some love on their videos. So hopefully you guys learn something and don't make my mistakes and follow your trading plan, and I'll spot you in the next one where we will go back to our 4 hour and obviously trading the SMC properly and trading the pullback properly and looking for our confluences and making sure that this is a valid trade. So as you can see, we took a little bit of a gamble and it did not pay off, and if you do not follow your strategic plan or your trade, you will get burned. I'm Curtis Boatis. Until next time, guys. Peace.